Is a moment in your eyes where the future becomes clear, the opportunities ahead, the visions and the dreams, the hopes of what's in reach. Imagine the possibilities, the essence of science, of technology, a world of careers unleashed. You can get it at BEYA. Become everything you are. You can get it at BEYA. A place where you can achieve the essence of science, of technology, a world of careers and dreams. Set your objectives, your course lies ahead at BEYA. Become everything you are.
Good morning, Courtney. You are looking stunning today.
Thank you. You're looking quite dapper yourself.
Thank you very much. And good morning to you. And welcome back to BEYA's Big 35 Anniversary Bash. I am Rayondon Kennedy.
And I'm Courtney Taborn. We're your CCG team, Washington, D.C., and we're keeping you updated, motivated, elated, activated, and captivated because we're all BEYA all the time.
All BEYA all the time. Now, before we get started, let me remind you how you can stay connected to all the latest BEYA news and updates. You can sign up for free text alerts by simply texting BEYA.ENGDEAN to 21000. Again, that's BEYA.ENGDEAN to 21000.
We hope you've all been spending time in the HBCU Village and BEYA World One platform.
I wonder who's leading on the leaderboards.
Good question.
But whoever it is, they've got to be doing a great job because we wrote those questions to stomp you. So if you're up there, good job. We also hope you enjoyed the HBCU homecoming celebration. During our time together in the HBCU Village, you can join classmates, professors, and HBCU supporters for networking, edutainment, and the big Battle of the Brilliant HBCU Digital Trivia Tournament.
Ray, did you compete?
No, they wouldn't let me. I set up the program, so they won't let me.
Right. Anyway, one of today's highlights in the HBCU Village is the HBCU Industry Collaboration Seminar. Those of us who attended HBCUs know the important role it had in shaping our futures and who we are today. Now, let's get back to our HBCU award show.
Welcome to BEYA's 35th anniversary and the HBCU Engineering Dean's Awards event. We're bringing the BEYA experience to you from all over the world, including BEYA's home in the nation's capital and the Garden Theater in Detroit, Michigan. BEYA is honoring 35 years of advancement, support, achievement, and inspiration. BEYA 35 in partnership with Lockheed Martin Corporation, Aerotech, the Council of HBCU Engineering Deans, and U.S. Black Engineer and Information Technology magazine proudly bring you the 2021 BEYA HBCU Engineering Deans Awards event, sponsored by Abbott Laboratories, Apple Inc., Baltimore Gas and Electric, Boston Scientific Corporation, Ernst Young, IBM Corporation, Raytheon Technologies, Walmart, and Worldwide Technology. Now, let's meet our co-hosts. an internationally recognized industrial engineering researcher in the development of mathematical models, ergonomics, biomechanics, and leadership in STEM. The Associate Dean of Academic Programs in the Wilson College of Textiles, and the 2019 Women of Color Technologist of the Year, Dr. Pamela McCauley. One of the most sought-after voices and the host of the wildly popular weekly show, Pillow Talk with Angela, on Washington, D.C.'s 96.3 WHUR. Multimedia talent, Angela Stribling. Here are Pamela and Angela.
Good morning. Good morning. Since the founding of BEYA 35 years ago, many of you have been on this journey with us from the beginning. Others have taken a more recent on-ramp to what we call the BEYA experience. And maybe this is your very first time that you've joined us. BEYA is a shared and storied experience, nurtured and supported within a trusted community. It is a story of the will of people of color and cultures to be recognized, to enjoy a quality education, and to have equal opportunity and inclusion, to know prosperity.
Good morning. It is such a pleasure to be here with you, Dr. Pamela McCauley, Courtney and Ray doing an amazing job, and I'm so in love with our new theme song. I hope you love it too. You know, it is a story of purpose, of pride, and of productivity. Nowhere is that story more vividly told than in the birth of historically Black colleges and universities, often referred to by their abbreviation, HBCUs. They came to be because until their founding, people of color could not attend established colleges and universities because of the color of their skin. There is a saying that without knowledge, people perish. That would not come to pass for those who had long been denied access to education. On February 25th, 1837, Cheyney University of Pennsylvania became the nation's first HBCU. The Higher Education Act of 1965 defines HBCUs as any historically Black college or university that was established prior to 1964, whose principal mission was and is the education of Black Americans, and that is accredited by a nationally recognized accrediting agency or association determined by the Secretary of Education.
Between 1861 and 1900, over 90 institutions of higher learning were established. Early HBCUs trained teachers, preachers, doctors, lawyers, and other community leaders. Among the many notables who attended HBCUs are W.B. Du Bois, Ida B. Wells, Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, NASA hidden figure Katherine Johnson, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and our Vice President Kamala Harris. HBCUs are the bridge that connects dreams to reality for so many multicultural students. Today, while the nation's 102 HBCUs make up just 4% of America's colleges and universities, they produce almost 20% of all Black graduates, and listen to this, 25% of Black graduates in the STEM fields that are so critical to our national security and global technological competitiveness.
You're absolutely right. HBCUs develop men and women who stand up, step up, and make the change. This year's BEYA conference theme is as applicable today for the recognition of HBCUs as it was when they were first created. Today's HBCUs uphold a history of scholarship long pursued by Blacks in the face of adversity and prejudice, which unfortunately still exists. HBCUs provide a nurturing, welcoming, educational, and cultural environment in which students can thrive. This morning, in addition to celebrating our awardees, you'll hear more about the relationship between industry and HBCUs, including partnerships between these educational institutions and many of the nation's leading companies.
Outstanding. Now, please welcome our sponsor speaker from Worldwide Technology. Executive Vice President of Global Human Resources, Ann Marr.
Good morning, everyone. I am honored to participate in this year's HBCU breakfast. My family has a long history with HBCUs, specifically in New Orleans. My mother and two of my sisters went to Xavier University, and my brothers went to Dillard and Southern University. And of course, New Orleans is host to the Bayou Classic, Southern and Grambling, and Battle of the Bands. Every year at Worldwide Technology, we all look forward to participating in BEYA, and we are proud of the incredible partnership we have fostered for many years. The events over the last few days is part of the incredible impact of BEYA and how they celebrate and recognize extraordinary leaders. This event today, with presidents of HBCUs, is an example of bringing together trailblazing leaders who have stepped up and made change happen. You all continue to touch the lives of young people as they continue their thirst for learning and their path to greatness. You truly inspire us all. We applaud your commitment to science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM. At Worldwide, we are also committed to STEM education and invest in initiatives like our STEM Student Forum for high school students, Empower to encourage technical learning, Hire Our Heroes to provide opportunities for veterans, and internships and apprenticeship programs through organizations like Launch Code, Coder Girls, and many more, creating a pipeline of future talent for our organization. As we continue our journey on diversity and inclusion, our focus is on building a diverse workforce reinforced by leadership support. This means embracing and celebrating the cultural differences of our employees around the globe. Creating a culture of inclusion encourages multiple perspectives, experiences, and capabilities. The results are significant to innovative and creative business outcomes. We will remain committed to impacting our community by driving change and education through community partnerships. We believe making a positive social and business impact requires corporate and social responsibility. Leadership will continue to be an important part of America's future, and Worldwide Technology will continue to support programs like BEYA that encourage and support these enterprises. So let us all stand up, step up, and make the change together. Thank you.
Coming up next are our award winners from the University of Houston, Department of the Navy, AT&T, Air Force Research Laboratory, and Sandia National Laboratories. But first up is the U.S. Army Materiel Command. To present the Student Leadership Graduate Level Award, here is Major General Paul H. Pardue, Commanding General, U.S. Army Contracting Command, Redstone Arsenal, Alabama, and Command Sergeant Major Jill L. Crosby, U.S. Army Contracting Command, Redstone Arsenal, Alabama.
Sergeant First Class Nicholson, United States Army, exemplifies the highest ideals of service and global citizenship. He has served as an analytical chemist, an acquisitions, logistics, and technology professional, a medical laboratory technician, a biological sciences research specialist, a small business professional, and has also served in the United States Army Special Operations. Throughout his service, Sergeant First Class Nicholson represents the epitome of the warrior scholar and constantly brings great credit upon his organization, the United States Army, the United States of America, and humanity.
He was awarded the Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and Meritorious Service Medals, among several other awards, and completed numerous combat and restricted overseas tours throughout more than 16 years of active duty military service. He is a volunteer, a STEM education advocate, a space enthusiast, a professional, and a mentor, and a beloved husband and father. I am proud to present Sergeant First Class Nicholson, United States Army.
People first, winning matters, Army strong.
It was John Quincy Adams that once said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, you're a leader." Reflecting on his statement, I recognize no requirements for natural talent. Action relates effort, and effort leads to growth. even beyond natural talent. So my path became a perpetual quest for the company of those smarter, stronger, and better than me, the Army. Modeling great leaders and disruptive innovators of our times, I constantly throw myself at opportunities to take me out of my comfort zone. Strive to always be a mind at work. Family always, they are my purpose and my will. Thank you all for validating my quest. Army strong.
Awesome. I have the honor of presenting the recipient of the Student Leadership Undergraduate Level Award. And this award is always so special to me because as a student, I was honored with this recognition. So Wesley, this is personal, and I'm so excited for you. Wesley Combs is a senior at the University of Houston, majoring in mechanical engineering, set to graduate in spring 2021. He has gained designation as a University of Houston Tier 1 Scholar, the NSBE Pyramid of Excellence Award, and Texas Society of Professional Engineers Scholar. Wesley is committed to the broad impact of engineering in society. He has volunteered for numerous activities with the National Society of Black Engineers and the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. He is a recipient of the 2018 Texas Society of Professional Engineers Scholarship, David and Jean Wiley Foundation Scholarship from 2016 to 2018, and the 2018 NSBE Academic Award of Excellence. I am so proud to present Wesley Combs.
Growing up as the oldest of 10 homeschooled children, I've been privileged with leadership experiences from a very young age. It was a team effort. Older kids like me would help our mom teach the younger kids while also learning how to teach ourselves as we grew into our middle school and high school years. I've strived to translate the leadership skills I learned at home to my engineering classes and internship work assignments. This award means so much to me because it affirms my strength of purpose and provides further motivation for me to continue my development as a servant leader. Thank you.
Wow. Now it's my pleasure to present the recipient of the Educational Leadership College Level Promotion of Education Award, Dr. Gerard A. Henderson. Dr. Gerard A. Henderson earned degrees from Morehouse College, North Carolina A&T State University, and the University of Illinois. He has dedicated his career to increasing the number of students who are in the pipeline to pursue STEM careers. In 2013, he co-founded an after-school STEM intervention for 4th and 5th graders and their families. He is also a faculty member in the Chemical Engineering Department at the University of Houston and director of the Program for Mastery in Engineering Studies, a program aimed at increasing student achievement, success, and graduation rates. Thank you. I am so proud to present Dr. Gerard A. Henderson.
Good morning. I grew up in a small town of Kinston, North Carolina, and spent most of my early childhood in Simon Bright housing projects, which is often characterized by lack. But my story is different. I had the privilege of being raised by my village, my parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and the community. They all took it upon themselves to make sure I took advantage of every opportunity and excelled in academics and anything else I put my mind to. Mr. Nathaniel Voss exposed me to my first engineering conference, a BEYA conference, as a 6th grader. This is where the world of engineering opened up to me. Today, I thank God, my village, my University of Houston family, my moms, aunts, uncles, and cousins, Rick, and everyone else who brought me here and continues to support my journey. Thank you.
Congratulations. We continue to be encouraged by the ongoing partnerships of major companies, many of which are on CCG's top supporters of HBCUs list, which we will recognize later this morning. The reality for HBCUs is that the majority of the $100 billion plus federal agencies give R&D grants to major, predominantly white institutions. HBCUs have certainly faced an uphill battle in the quest for this support. As you previously heard, with HBCUs producing almost 20% of all African American graduates and 25% of them in the STEM fields, the administration recognizes the imperative to help level the playing field so HBCUs can make an even greater contribution to meeting our nation's STEM needs.
And I just have to say, did you all hear, BEYA family and Angela, that Dr. Henderson said he was introduced to engineering through BEYA in the 6th grade, and today he is our educational award recipient. That is the power of this community. So, so amazing. Thank you. Thank you, BEYA. Thank you, everyone, for being so powerful in this community and helping to move us forward. Now, back to my remarks. This promises to be the year of the HBCUs, with increasing numbers of key people of color playing major roles in local, regional, and national positions. We are so encouraged to see President Biden elevate the role of HBCUs in his higher education plan. His proposal includes spending $20 billion to help HBCUs and other minority-serving institutions have state-of-the-art research hubs and incubators that are vital for us to be competitive in the STEM world. An additional $10 billion will be earmarked to create centers of excellence at colleges whose main focus is on educating students of color. And with Vice President Kamala Harris, for the first time, we have a woman VP in this role who knows firsthand the value of an HBCU education, because so many of us know she is also a proud graduate of Howard University. The need for STEM talent in our nation has never been greater.
HU, you know, I couldn't resist. Recently, the National Science Board, that oversees the National Science Foundation and advises Congress, issued their Vision 2030 report, which lays out the case for the investments America must make over the next decade to stay globally competitive in science and technology. One of the 4 elements is the development of STEM talent in America, which includes developing diverse domestic STEM talent for our economy, basic research, and our national security. We have many industries that require only U.S. citizens to fill the ranks of scientists, engineers, and skilled technical workers.
HBCUs play a critical role in the talent pipeline, as HBCUs are economic and social anchors in their communities and can reach K-12 systems to attract these students to the STEM disciplines. And finally, HBCUs have an eminent cadre of faculty who are solving current and future problems with innovative research approaches, especially for the future industries, including artificial intelligence, quantum information systems, biotechnology, 5G, and advanced materials and advanced manufacturing.
So good. A major project that is underway, an Advancing Minorities' Interest in Engineering task force, led by 7 AME member corporations, plus other selected experienced and respected business and government leaders, and organized by Techonomy Partners, is collaborating with the Council of Engineering Deans on the HBCU Innovation Initiative. The deliverables of the initiative will highlight the research and curricula strengths of the 15 HBCUs of the Council of Engineering Deans and review the K-12 STEM ecosystems within their respective states.
Outstanding. And the ultimate goal is to advance strategic partnerships between the corporate sponsors and the Council of Deans, and through those partnerships further enhance the contributions of HBCUs to America's talent, strategy, and business performance. Now, this work is expected to be completed by BEYA 2022 and is an excellent example of the value of corporations and HBCUs working together for win-win results. Now, as reflected in the theme of these award ceremonies, HBCUs continue stepping up to make history. Now, let's see how much you know about BEYA events. Are you ready for our first contest question of the morning? Get your coffee. Here we go. All you have to do is turn on your phone's camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. I know for some of those in certain generations, that may take a little longer, okay? But your phone should prompt you to open your web browser to the Slido website, okay? So here we go. Prior to 2017, award winners at the HBCU Engineering Dean's Power Breakfast received which of the following awards? A, Rising Star Awards, B, Special Recognition Awards, C, STEM Leaders Awards, or D, STEM Speakers Awards? The answer is coming up in just a few moments.
I've got full confidence you got this. Throughout our morning, we'll be hearing report outs from our HBCU engineering deans about exciting innovations taking place in research on their campuses. From Alabama A&M University, here is Dr. Zheng Dang, Interim Dean of the College of Engineering, Technology, and Physical Sciences.
Good morning. The faculty member in the College of Engineering, Technology, and Physical Sciences at Alabama A&M University are actively conducting research in cybersecurity, additive manufacturing, hypersonic propulsions, and computational science. In September 2020, led by Principal Research Scientist Dr. Paul Ruffin, we were awarded a $3 million grant from the National Defense Education Program. And this grant provides a pipeline of talented and skilled minority STEM professionals for the DoD future workforce. It also provides our students with a broader DoD exposure and employability. It enhances the knowledge base and retention of minority STEM students and increase minority STEM students' awareness of DoD science and technology priorities. It prepares our students for career in national security and DoD science and technologies. Again, thank you for your support to Alabama A&M University.
Thank you. Here with his research report out from Florida A&M, Florida State University, is Dr. J. Murray Gibson, Dean of the College of Engineering.
Good morning. At the FAMU FSU College of Engineering, ranked the #2 top engineering school in Florida by U.S. News & World Report this year, we have continued to remain active in research during the pandemic. We have received several major grants to study COVID-related topics, including waste disposal and viral propagation through masks. Our expanding research in disaster recovery has gone beyond hurricanes to include the propagation of wildfires. A hallmark of disaster recovery research is the bringing together of social scientists with engineers and scientists for holistic studies that have real impact on society. Other leading areas of research at the college include hypersonics, power systems, and nanomaterials manufacturing. We are particularly proud to carry out this work with the most diverse undergraduate population of any U.S. engineering school.
So good. Next up with her research report out, from Hampton University is Dr. Joyce Shirazi, Dean of the School of Engineering and Technology.
Thank you for this opportunity to highlight engineering research performed at Hampton University. We are investigating best ways to regulate plasma glucose levels in diabetes patients using a drug combination therapy of rapid insulin and pramlintide, modeling cancer cell phenotypes and anti-cancer therapeutics, using advanced electrical fields to separate various cancer line phenotypes for an improved cancer eradication model, performing additive manufacturing and surface modification of nano-level biomaterials for bacterial resistance in biomedical applications, studying polymeric materials for tissue engineering, disease detection, and equipment performance, focusing on cybersecurity for unmanned autonomous systems, and developing research around air, sea, and land, unmanned traffic management, and artificial intelligence, as well as performing research in photonics, information fusion, signal processing, machine learning, quantum computing, and engineering education, with emphasis on K-12 STEM. Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, now Pamela warned you, get your coffee. We've got full confidence in you. Now let's see how you did with this morning's first contest question. Ready? Question was, prior to 2017, what was the name of the awards that winners received at the HBCU Engineering Dean's Power Breakfast? Well, if you pick special recognition awards, you are right. Congratulations. More contest questions are coming up. But now, back to our awards.
Outstanding. Thank you, Angela. The day before yesterday, Ernst Young held its first HBCU virtual career fair. Students could chat via text and video with practice executives and EY recruiters to learn about opportunities at the firm. This event was held for all HBCU students across the country, with a focus on those majoring in accounting, business, or STEM majors. While registration was open to all current HBCU students, EY's opportunities are most applicable to those with freshman, sophomore, or junior standing. This career fair also included all EY service lines and was an opportunity for students looking for a career in any of our service lines to engage in discussions with EY leaders and recruiters. That is outstanding. Now here from Ernst Young is our sponsor speaker, America's Director of Inclusiveness Recruiting, Ken Boyer.
Thank you, BEYA, for the opportunity to present this award. And thank you to all of the deans for your continued leadership and guidance. You know, as the America's Director of Inclusiveness Recruiting, I'm tasked with leading a team of consultants that develops our strategy and awareness focused on attracting diverse talent to EY. You know, we as a firm have been focused on our D&I efforts for over 30 years now, and we try to get better each and every year. You know, in fact, this past year, we had one of our most diverse recruiting classes ever, including hiring talent from about 30 different HBCUs. We've been hiring talent from HBCUs for many, many decades now. In addition, we have a number of EY executives like myself, you know, currently sitting on various HBCU advisory boards across the country, including a good friend of mine, Sam Johnson. Sam's a Morehouse man. He's our EY Vice Chair of Accounts, and he sits on the Board of Trustees there at Morehouse. I just want to highlight a few other HBCU activities, and there are many, but just to highlight a few of them. You know, we continue to support a number of accounting and business high school awareness programs at many HBCUs. And recently we hosted an educational session, which brought together over 180 students from 47 different HBCUs across the country. It was a virtual event, but it was helped by many of our HBCU alumni across the country or with the firm. They helped organize this educational session, a really successful event for the firm. We'll do more in the future. In fact, virtual makes it a lot easier, right, to be more inclusive and have a greater reach. In addition, the Alfred Street Baptist Church HBCU Festival in Alexandria, Virginia. That was another successful event we attended and also supported as a firm. You know, if you're not familiar, this festival connects high school students and their parents to enrollment and financial assistance opportunities at HBCUs. I'll tell you clearly, this past year has had its share of challenges. And we, like many organizations and firms, we've listened to our people. And what I'll tell you, we realize that there's more that we could do, right? So although we're committed and have been committed and are doing a lot in the D&I space, what we learned by these conversations is we need to do even more. So we began to talk about what it means to be anti-racist. And as a result of these conversations, have expanded our efforts accordingly. You know, for example, right, EY has made a capital contribution of $4 million to 4 HBCUs. It's $1 million apiece. So Hampton, Howard, Spelman, and Morehouse. So that was one new thing we did. We've also invested an additional $3 million to organizations committed to fighting social injustices, including the National Urban League, the NAACP Defense and Education Fund, as well as a number of other regional contributions. We've also expanded the EY Entrepreneurs Access Network. This network is about helping Black and Latino entrepreneurs, connect them with peers, with sponsors, giving them access to capital and customers. So those are just a few things that we've done as we're focusing on being anti-racist, and certainly our role from a corporate America about making a difference and making an impact. We're going to continue to expand and grow our efforts in this space. Rest assured, we're going to do that. It is my honor now to introduce the recipient of the Educational Leadership Corporate Promotion of Education Award, Mr. Anthony C. Smith, Sr. Anthony has distinguished himself as an experienced technologist and leader. His tireless efforts overseeing student internships, students, faculty fellowships, and grants have provided 105 HBCUs and over 300 minority-serving institutions access to naval relevant science and technology challenges. He instituted the first HBCU and minority institution postdoctoral program and executed 6 webinars for principal investigators to collaborate with naval scientists and engineers. He undertook the daunting task of implementing virtual internships and fellowships during the pandemic. Hats off to you. Anthony embodies true commitment to advancing the scientific accomplishments of faculty and students at HBCUs and minority institutions. Congratulations, and I'm proud to present Anthony C. Smith, Sr.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for that great introduction. I grew up in a single parent household, and my mom worked feverishly to raise 3 boys. She was extremely tough on me as the oldest to take care of my brothers and be there for them. I was encumbered to lead at an early age. However, I initially ran from that, but later realized it was my calling. In the process, I made several childish, arrogant mistakes, but ultimately understood that being a leader was a gift that must be cherished and practiced. I thank God, my family, my wife, my friends who were instrumental in developing me into the man that I am today. And I thank BEYA for this awesome, awesome recognition. Thank you. Have a great day.
Congratulations. Well, before we meet our next award presenter, let me tell you about the company she represents. When it comes to standing up, stepping up, and making the change, AT&T recognizes that inequalities are pervasive, and it continues its role in helping address them. In July 2020, AT&T made a $10 million commitment to create economic opportunities and foster upwardly mobile for Black and other underserved communities that have been disproportionately impacted by COVID-19 and systemic inequities. Here from AT&T to present the recipient of the Entrepreneurial Fellow Award is the CEO of AT&T Business, Ann Chow.
Israel has been recognized as a technology leader throughout his time in our Technology Development Program and AT&T Business Project and Platform Organization. He takes the time to not only find the root cause, but share lessons learned with his peers. Israel embodies the behaviors which align to our culture model, including his disciplined agility and ability to quickly make decisions. His cross-company collaboration has earned him awards and recognition through multiple organizations. I am proud to present Israel Smallwood.
Be an example. These were the words that I always heard from my mother. As the oldest of 3 boys growing up in the small town of Coffeyville, Kansas, I later realized that by having this preached to me, groomed me to rise above statistics and stereotypes. Reflecting on my journey here, I understand that the ultimate test is looking yourself in the mirror, digging deep, and striving to be the best version of you in everything that you do. With the love for STEM that started with watching the Back to the Future films, I'd like to thank God for giving me the blueprint, my wife and boys, my family, and all who have encouraged me. Thank you.
Congratulations, Israel. And you're an example not just for your younger brothers, but for so many others. Please welcome our next sponsor speaker, who is the Distinguished Architect and Information Security Strategist for Walmart Information Security, Gary Sims, Sr.
It is an honor to represent Walmart at the 35th Annual BEYA STEM Awards Conference and to be present among these dynamic, bright young minds at the HBCU Dean's Recognition event. On behalf of our 2.2 million associates around the world, thank you for being a conduit to increase the diversity of the STEM talent pipeline. Walmart values diversity through STEM, as demonstrated by our recent announcement to launch the Equity in Education Initiative with America's largest and top-ranked historically Black university, North Carolina A&T State University. This new initiative aims to increase the number of African American college graduates securing careers in fields critical to the nation's workforce. One of these careers that is very near and dear to me is cyber and information security. The demand for highly skilled cybersecurity professionals is high. Every day, adversaries are building more resilient, malicious solutions, which we must be prepared to defend against. Through our partnership, we aim to enhance opportunities for minorities and people of color to excel in science, technology, engineering, and math career fields. The BEYA theme this year is Stand Up, Step Up, Make the Change. I encourage you to be the voice that stands for change while stepping forward to drive new ways of change and ultimately make change happen through your active participation. As HBCU students and alum, you have the means to impact the society we live in through your resilience and commitment to education. You are the spark that will light the future and deliver America into the next innovative revolution. I want to encourage you as you journey through your academic career to seek out opportunities to grow and learn and take advantage of the resources before you to build strong, resilient relationships that enhance your learning opportunities. Join us at the Walmart Career Booth to learn more about exciting opportunities in computer science, engineering, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. We would be honored to have you join our Walmart Global Tech team. Congratulations to all of the award recipients and BEYA participants. My message to you as you seek direction for your future is to keep it real. REAL, an acronym for Read Everything and Learn. Knowledge is power, especially when you share it with others. Stand up, step up, make the change. In closing, my life's mantra is a little bit of hope. And as I see the many talented and capable people of color participating in BEYA this year, I see the future, and I do indeed see a little bit of hope. Thank you.
I like that. Thank you. REAL, Read Everything and Learn. I'll remember that. The Department of the Air Force has introduced new partnership and funding opportunities for HBCUs and small technology business. The Air Force Small Business Technology Transfer HBCU Strategic Initiative, powered by Air Force Small Business Innovation Research and Small Business Technology Transfer, is increasing program participation in the development of STEM capabilities in support of U.S. Air Force and U.S. Space Force needs. Its teams are working with HBCUs across the country to increase awareness of this program, to educate the target audience on the program's processes and policies, reduce the barriers to program entry, and increase HBCU participation. This $97 million Secretary of the Air Force level initiative has already seen the first success metric with a competitive Department of Defense small business technology transfer proposal from Tennessee State University, Florida A&M University, North Carolina A&T University, Jackson State University, their small business partners, and many others in current solicitations. Throughout 2021, participation is expected to grow in engagement and training opportunities. Now, here to present the most promising scientist in Government Award is the Director of Logistics Civil Engineering, Force Protection, and Nuclear Integration at Headquarters Air Force Materiel Command, Major General Stacy T. Hawkins.
For the Most Promising Scientist in Government Award. In just 3 years, the hard work and exceptional creativity of Dr. Candace Hatcher Solis propelled her to achieve great success as a scientist, as well as exceed expectations as our lead of the Neurobiology of Cognition team. Among Dr. Hatcher Solis's most notable achievements is her development of new surgical techniques and novel invasive peripheral nerve stimulation for her rodent experiments. Her ingenuity paved the way, proving that peripheral nerve stimulation can improve memory, which advances our understanding of how this technology leads to human learning enhancements. A brilliant and tirelessly dedicated scientist, I'm proud to present Dr. Candace Hatcher Solis.
Thank you, sir. Growing up, my parents taught me to love my culture, my heritage, and myself, and to not let injustices to people who look like me affect my self-worth. I was taught to never let other people limit my aspirations because I was talented enough to be anything I wanted. My parents prepared me for obstacles I would face in life. I was told I would have to work twice as hard to get half as far as others who were more privileged than I am. My parents are the reason for my success. I want to use the platform I have to motivate others to defy the odds, beat the statistics, and achieve the highest levels of success. Thank you.
Hey, Ray. Let's talk more about our Student Leadership Awardees.
You got it, Court. This morning, we want to continue to honor our future STEM leaders by highlighting this bright star from the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. Brandon White is honored with this year's BEYA Student Military Leadership Award. Brandon is a senior at the Academy, has a 3.5 GPA, and is studying naval architecture and marine engineering. Let's give a big round of applause, drop an emoji, and just show your appreciation for Mr. Brandon White.
Our next award winner is Alabama A&M University Bowman, a sophomore who is receiving the BEYA Student Community Service Award. Aubrey is a computer science major with a 3.8 GPA and is the president and founder of the Girls Who Code College Loops chapter at her school.
Let's hear it for Aubrey. Oluwatishefumi Ayoedu is our second recipient of the BEYA Student Community Award. We honor his passion of giving back and helping new students on the Howard University campus. Oluwatishefumi is a junior at Howard studying mechanical engineering. Let's give it up for Oluwatishefumi.
We applaud and celebrate these accomplished students who are an inspiration to all of us. Take it away, Angela and Pamela. Ange and Pam.
Thank you, Court and Ray. I love them. Well, now here's a special message from our sponsor, Baltimore Gas and Electric.
Okay, 1.3. As soon as it starts lighting up, put the tape right there. Even just a switch of a light can like save people tons of iron.
This program is a program that Exelon has put together to really bring more girls into STEM and into the workforce, and having BGE's involvement has been great.
Can we tape the LED bulb to it? We had to figure out how to make electricity from the materials, so our team worked together to like make a battery and a light turn on by using the battery.
Oh, you have to touch 2 different parts of it. 13.10.
We've learned a lot about energy and sustainability and how to create a net zero building and focus on like your impact on the environment.
And then the temperature in the building was kind
of... As a dad whose daughter just turned 21 last weekend, I never want her to think because of her gender, she can't accomplish and do anything she wants to do. And the fact that I'm part of an organization that supports that and is engaged in that activity means a lot.
I wanted to meet girls my age that are interested in the same thing as me, and I wanted to see like what type of careers STEM could get me into and like what STEM could allow me to do when I get older. That's magic.
These girls are amazing. They're going to set the world on fire as engineers, line workers, and maybe they'll even work for BGE one day.
I could open a lot of opportunities for kids at my school. A lot of leadership skills have been taught here, and I'll definitely apply that to myself.
The people who build things, create a better future for people, that's kind of focused around STEM. And it's important for girls because it's kind of a male-dominated area, and we need more females and more ideas from younger people.
Wow, thank you, BGE. Smart girls. College with contest question. Are you ready? All you have to do, turn on your phone's camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. Your phone should prompt you to open your web browser to the Slido website. The BEYA Legacy Awards that replaced the Special Recognition Awards were first introduced during which landmark anniversary of the BEYA STEM Conference? Was it A, the 20th anniversary, B, 25th anniversary, C, could it be the 30th anniversary, or D, the 15th anniversary? The answer is coming up.
Wow, and it's amazing we've been here so many years. Yes. This is so awesome. And can I just give another shout out? Thank you, Court and Ray, for highlighting our student winners. Our students are doing it, Angela, are they? Oh my goodness.
Big time.
Yay.
Yes.
Go, young people. I'm so inspired. So let's go on. The presenter of the Most Promising Scientist in Government Award is Vice President for Research and Graduate Programs at the University of the District of Columbia, a fellow of the African Scientific Institute and Vice Chair of the National Science Board. Please welcome Dr. Victor McCrary.
Dr. Larico Treadwell is a senior member of technical staff at the Sandia National Laboratories. His work has led to developing advancements in material science that accelerate discovering new materials and create the means to manufacture for both commercial and national security applications. He has subsequently helmed multiple research projects that were mission critical to the national security of the United States. With Sandia National Laboratories' role in helping to shape the nuclear deterrent strategy of the nation, Larico is a key component and leader of several programs designed to effectuate this strategy and promote enhanced security. His technical contributions are highlighted by his publications, his patents, and awarded proposals. I am proud to present Dr. Larico Treadwell.
Growing up, I witnessed my young mother work several jobs to provide for me and saw my dad give all he could in deployment. Their work ethic instilled in me the fortitude to achieve unthinkable and impossible goals. I obtained the first STEM BS and PhD degrees in my family, as well as being one of the first African Americans to earn a chemistry degree from the University of Mississippi. I continue to strive for excellence through research endeavors, including publications and receiving patents, to become a pioneer in my field. I am proud to blaze new paths to give others an opportunity in STEM, like my family afforded me.
Congratulations, very inspiring. All right, now for the answer to our contest question. The BEYA Legacy Awards were first introduced in 2017, which was the 30th anniversary of our BEYA STEM conference. Don't worry if you didn't get it. Don't beat yourself up. We've got one more contest question coming up ahead. So this time, be ready.
And I didn't get that one either, Angela. So they're in good company. So our next honoree is the Dr. John Slaughter Legacy Award, named for BEYA's very first Black Engineer of the Year Award recipient in 1987. Dr. Slaughter was responsible for contributing major advancements at General Dynamics in electronics engineering, computer control systems, in naval weapons, science, and research. Our award presenter is Senior Vice President of Federal Civilian General Dynamics Information Technology, Paul Nitzbala.
As a statistician advisor at GDIT, Naranza Longenacker has demonstrated extraordinary commitment to scientific research on health outcomes for vulnerable populations. Her novel research on COVID-19 has been key to assisting the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid services in understanding its effects in U.S. nursing facilities, an epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic. She also holds a commitment to volunteerism and has numerous peer-reviewed publications relating to the dually eligible Medicare population and substance abuse disorders. I am proud to present Ernst Young.
Thank you. I grew up in a poor household in sub-Saharan Africa, one of 6 daughters in a 2-bedroom house with 1 bathroom. Much of my childhood was defined by the HIV/AIDS pandemic, which I watched claim numerous close family members and friends. As a child, it was common to be queued up at school to participate in mass immunizations. Public service announcements that promoted good hygiene and nutrition were also frequently aired on television. I learned that these interventions saved lives and came from public health experts, and I dedicated my life to joining their ranks. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations. Amazing. So inspiring. Wow. Now, let's move on to our next set of report outs from our HBCU engineering deans. Here from Howard University is Dr. John M. Anderson, Dean, College of Engineering and Architecture.
Good morning. For many reasons, now is a particularly exciting time for our college and university. Civil and Environmental Engineering Professor, Dr. Claudia Marin, is leading a National Science Foundation funded team to develop an intelligent surveillance platform for damage detection and localization of civil infrastructure. The National Science Foundation awarded Dr. Marin a $760,000 grant for phase 1 of a potentially 2-phase project through the NSF Convergence Accelerator Program. This program is designed to leverage the convergence research paradigm to transition basic research and discovery into practice. Architecture professor Bradford Grant will be contributing to the research alongside Dr. Marin. Another exciting project is our $7.5 million award from the U.S. Department of Defense to create a Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. The project is led by Dr. Danda Rawat, Professor of Computer Science and Director of Howard's Data Science and Cybersecurity Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Anderson. Up next, from Jackson State University is Dr. Wilbur Walters, Dean of the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology.
Jackson State University, designated as a higher research activity institution, has developed expertise in the areas of cybersecurity and data science in partnership with the Army's Engineer Research and Development Center. Our faculty and students are also engaged in an $11.2 million cutting-edge research project with the National Institutes of Health in an effort to eliminate the challenges associated with health disparities amongst minority populations. The University Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship leverages the best of JSU's capabilities as well as its collaborative potential in addressing some of society's most pressing problems via university, industry, and government partnerships. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Walters. Is this so exciting, Angela, hearing all these amazing things? Oh my goodness, our HBCUs are killing it, loving it. Oh, wow. Now it is my pleasure to welcome from Morgan State University, Dr. Oscar Barton Jr., Dean of the School of Engineering.
Good morning, everyone. The Clarence M. Mitchell Jr. School of Engineering at Morgan State is now the first historically Black college and university and one of only a few universities nationwide to address the workforce development needs and research opportunities attributed to the fourth industrial revolution, or Industry 4.0, by having developed and established a BS degree in mechatronics engineering. Industry 4.0 incorporates big data, artificial intelligence and analytics, cloud computing, augmented reality, Internet of Things, autonomous robots, simulation in digital twins, and cybersecurity. Mechatronics engineering is the synergistic application of mechanical engineering, electronics, control systems, and computer engineering in the development of electrical mechanical products and systems through an integrated design approach. This program is the platform for both educational and research initiatives throughout the School of Engineering. Thank you so much.
What an exciting time we're in right now. Thank you so much. And Pamela, I echo your sentiment. HBCUs, it's finally our time.
Amazing.
Leveraging MITRE's membership in the organization, advancing minority interest in engineering, MITRE found opportunity to elevate its support of HBCUs in the initial days of COVID-19 triggered remote learning. MITRE delivered live online seminars and half-day workshops on its signature cyber framework, ATT and CK, and tool Caldera to students, faculty, and administration at over half the nation's accredited HBCU engineering programs. Through an innovative approach of concurrent programming, where participants from multiple schools came together for shared learning, MITRE introduced over 150 current and future cyber engineers to leading-edge threat-informed cyber defense practices employed throughout government and industry, and positioned engineers of color to lead in the protection of our nation's critical infrastructure. Here to present the Research Leadership Award is the MITRE Corporation's Vice President of Inclusion, Diversity, and Social Innovation, Stephanie Turner.
As a young girl in Nigeria, Cassandra Okechukwu knew she wanted to be a voice for change, specifically a voice for people and families who are left out of economic and public health policy discussions. In 20 years as a research scholar, professor, and registered nurse, Cassandra has advocated for health and economic equity and has changed the conversation. By integrating data sets in pioneering ways, Cassandra widens the aperture to include the needs and realities of low-wage workers, giving the research and medical communities truer measures of well-being. Her work leads to better outcomes. I am honored to introduce Cassandra.
Thank you very much. Our work in engineering and science involves data. My job is to tell the story behind the data. Often that story is about inequality, where race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, and other social factors determine opportunities and shape health outcomes, such as who gets exposed to COVID, whether they get sick, and if they die. As a social epidemiologist at MITRE, I am privileged to analyze the data that tells the stories. But my life started in Nigeria, in homes without plumbing, and my American journey involved working 16-hour days through community college to make my way to a doctorate at Harvard. I dedicate this award to those who also had diligence and intelligence, but did not make it through college or graduate school. May all of us strive to use our opportunities to shape an easier future for all. Thank you so much for this honor.
Wow, may we strive to use our opportunities to shape an easier future for all. Congratulations, Dr. Cassandra, you rock. Outstanding. To present the Research Leadership Award, here is Amazon's Vice President of People Experience Technology, Global Customer Fulfillment, Ofori Agboka.
Dr. Brandon Sam has spent the last decade adding significant value to the organic chemistry community with the publishing of numerous journals, articles, reviews, and patents. At Corteva, he has distinguished himself among his peers through his synthetic creativity, leadership, and strong sense of ownership to discover leads in pipeline molecules that may improve the food security for millions of people, such as the fungicide Adavelt Active. His work, combined with his community service, embody the essence of Corteva's mission to ensure progress for generations to come. Ask him how he feels about this, and you'll get one word: fortunate. Well, I feel fortunate and proud to present Dr. Brandon Sam.
Fortunate indeed. Thank you. Because growing up in my community, seeing who I did not want to be was just as important as seeing who I wanted to be. And I would like to thank both groups of people for helping me become who I am today. An award-winning scientist who grew up not knowing any sciences until arriving in college. It is on the strength of their triumph, and especially their failures, that I build my success, which I seek to give to others, including my fellow researchers. Neither seek nor run from failure. Embrace, learn, overcome. Thank you.
Wise words and congratulations. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our next sponsor speaker, the corporate lead for Apple's Racial Equity and Justice Initiative, Alicia Johnson.
Thank you, Angela. Apple is honored to be a part of today's event. Our work as a company has been and remains rooted in creating technology that can change the world. And we're committed to applying our resources and innovation toward helping to create a more inclusive tech sector. Our new Racial Equity and Justice Initiative is a critical part of this. We launched this effort in June of 2020, in the midst of broad public outrage following the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and countless others. Apple has long supported efforts focused on advancing equality and creating pathways to opportunity. But we recognize the urgency in focusing and expanding this work to fight systemic racism for Black and Brown people. We made a $100 million commitment to challenge the systemic barriers to opportunity and dignity for communities of color in education, the criminal justice system, and the economy. This work supports our ongoing efforts taking place internally to build on Apple's hiring, recruitment, and retention efforts. Our work in education focuses on bringing critical resources and technology to teachers and students of all ages and increased support for minority-serving institutions, including historically Black colleges and universities. And last month, we were excited to announce our support for the Propel Center, a first-of-its-kind innovation and learning hub for the HBCU community. We also announced 2 new grants to support HBCU engineering programs and scholarships to 100 new Apple scholars from underrepresented communities. We're proud to support organizations like the Equal Justice Initiative, the Black Lives Matter Support Fund, and the King Center, who are doing leading work to advance restorative justice and reform our criminal justice system. We also recognize our tremendous potential to increase our spend with Black and Brown-owned businesses in our supply chain and empower them with our resources and expertise. That's why we developed our Entrepreneurial Camp for Black developers and founders and our brand new Developer Academy in Detroit. Both will allow us to support talented Black developers and strengthen pathways to economic opportunity. And to increase access to capital for Black entrepreneurs, we've invested $10 million with Harlem Capital, an early-stage venture capital firm based in New York that's investing in 1,000 companies with diverse founders over the next 20 years. That's in addition to our $25 million investment in Siebert Williams Shank's Clear Vision Fund, which provides capital to small and medium-sized minority-owned businesses. With all of these efforts, our mission is to dismantle systemic barriers to opportunity and fight injustices faced by communities of color. And we are so grateful for the leadership of organizations like yours. Thank you for having us today. We look forward to continued opportunities for collaboration and progress.
Wow. Thank you, Alicia, and thank you, Apple. Now, it is my pleasure to present the next recipient of the Senior Investigation Award. Norbert Sechchivi is an invaluable member of the Crop Production Discovery Organization within Corteva Agriscience. Norbert's passion for herbicide discovery is unmatched and drives his tremendous positive impact that not only on the organization, but also on his colleagues, those he partners with, helping them to achieve their purpose at Corteva Agriscience. And that purpose being to enrich the lives of those who produce and those who consume, ensuring progress for generations to come. His passion for what he does is contagious and requires a special blend of technical expertise, humility, and genuine curiosity. He exemplifies all the characteristics we hope to have in our scientists, and I am proud to introduce Dr. Norbert Sachchivi.
Thank you. Our mission at Corteva is to feed the world. At an early age, I was drawn to agriculture, even though I lived my entire childhood in a city in Africa. My curiosity to understand how a small seed produces a large plant that grows to yield fruits made plant biology a natural subject I embraced in high school. My dream of becoming an agronomist almost ended when I took a job as a biology teacher in high school to support my family after the passing of my father during my last year of undergrad studies. Going back to earn my PhD was the best decision I made. I am very grateful to God, to my wife, my family, and all the people who helped me along the way. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Sachchivi. We're all glad you went back and got your PhD. Our next sponsor speaker is Senior Vice President of Quality Assurance, Regulatory, and Engineering Services for Abbott. Here is Scott House.
Hello, everyone. I'm Scott House, Senior Vice President for Quality Assurance, Regulatory, and Engineering Services at Abbott, a healthcare technology company based outside Chicago with more than 100,000 employees around the world. I'm happy to be speaking to this group of talented and diverse science, technology, engineering, and math professionals at the 2021 Black Engineer of the Year Awards STEM Conference. I'm particularly proud to speak at an event honoring those who are making history for their efforts in the STEM fields, which have proven over the last year to be more important to our world than ever. I want to start by looking at a statistic you're no doubt familiar with. Data from the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics showing the U.S. will need another nearly 800,000 additional STEM workers by the year 2029. Let's consider what's behind that number that makes it so important that we're all here together today championing BEYA's mission and award winners. As I just said, nearly 800,000 is an 8% increase in the number of STEM employees working in the U.S. today. It represents somewhere around the population of the city of Seattle. By comparison, non-STEM jobs are expected to only increase 3.4% during the same time frame. That's less than half the growth of STEM jobs. So, STEM jobs are becoming not only more crucial to society, but also more in demand. Meeting the need those numbers predict clearly illustrates why we must support careers in the STEM fields for diverse talent. This call to action includes representatives from every group of stakeholders that BEYA serves: the military, educators, STEM professionals, and companies like Abbott, where I've had the pleasure of serving in numerous roles for 31 years next month, all of which were STEM roles. At Abbott, we start with the belief that diverse teams of perspectives lead to more innovative ideas and inspire new ways to address challenges. That translates to more successful life-changing health technologies for the people we serve. It's why we're actively taking steps to diversify our STEM talent pipeline for the future. And we're doing this in many ways. We actively partner with historically Black universities and colleges to recruit talent, and our high school and college internships provide STEM experience to young women and students from underrepresented groups. We also offer mentoring, leadership, and career development programs to support our diverse employees. One of the largest STEM education commitments comes as part of our latest 2030 sustainability plan. We aim to address the lack of global STEM talent by creating opportunities for more than 100,000 young people to participate in Abbott STEM programming. Our goal is for half of the students who participate to be from underrepresented groups. I truly believe STEM knowledge is a crucial need for solving the many significant problems facing our world today. The STEM fields will only become more important in the future. While there is still work to be done, we are headed in the right direction. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak to you today.
Thank you. The presenter of our Senior Technology Fellow Award retired from the Boeing Company in April 2014 after a 42 career with the company. That's pretty impressive. He is currently BEYA alumni and HBCU chairperson at Career Communications Group. Please welcome Oliver Bo Leslie.
Dr. Byron Slew leads a global team of biology leaders and weed science tasked with the vision to propose, research, and develop innovative solutions to custom problems across key herbicide markets and crops. These crops include rice, specialty crops, pasture land management, and row crops. Under Byron's leadership, his team facilitates the success of approximately $3 billion in business for Corteva Agriscience. Byron's approach to leading people is one of respect, listening, and constructive challenge. His empowering leadership style results in a high-functioning team of global technical experts who each excel professionally. It is my pleasure to present Dr. Byron Slew.
Thank you. Neither of my parents had more than an elementary school education, but they were the smartest people I know. They insisted that their 11 children would have an education. My mother was certain that I'd be a lawyer or a preacher because I was always asking questions or wanted to explain things. Well, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a preacher, but I do ask questions, explain things, and help people. My family is proud and excited about that. Because many people helped me, mentored, or inspired me, I'm a world away from the tiny island of Jamaica where I was born and the dirt road where I grew up. I try to pay it forward, which is another way to honor my parents and family. Thank you so much for this award.
We know that right now throughout the country, we have many young viewers who are tuning in. They might be sitting next to parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers or sisters, friends who said to them, here's where you can see what's possible when you widen your world to include science, technology, engineering, and math. And especially when they see others who look like them and are at the top of their game. That's why we have the BEYA K-12 Village.
The K-12 Village is an important event for young people at our BEYA STEM Conference. It's located off the career floor in BEYA World 2 and is available to students, parents, and pretty much anybody 24/7. You can go there now, but stay to the end of the show, please. The theme is Each One Teach One and includes downloadable materials for students to use long after this conference has ended.
It gives children and the adults who are encouraging them access to resources for college information, STEM careers, and exposure to STEM professionals. It's been proven that early exposure to STEM can be life-changing for our young people.
We've heard many times from BEYA Award winners say it was a visit from a STEM leader who first showed them what engineers do, or they attended a STEM day camp and it opened their eyes to the technology and possibilities in their early grades and set them on their path. Now, back to our amazing honorees, HBCU deans, and presenters. Take it away, Pamela and Angela.
Thank you, Ray and Courtney. Listen, I want every person listening to either text, email, or call a child that you know or their parent and tell them about BEYA World. BEYA World 2, this is amazing, and we need to make sure that everyone in our world is getting access to this information. So everybody, please call them, text them, email them to make sure that a child in your world knows about this opportunity. Now, moving on, in its commitment to stand up, step up, and make the change, let's hear what our sponsor, IBM Corporation, is doing to support our amazing HBCUs. Please welcome IBM HBCU strategist, Valinda Scarborough Kennedy.
Greetings. IBM has a proud history of working with historically Black colleges and universities going back decades. Our IBM Academic Initiative Program is how we provide access to IBM resources for teaching, learning, and non-commercial research purposes. This site allows our faculty and our HBCU students to be able to go in and use IBM software, IBM courseware, and have access to IBM University guest lectures, as well as through our careers link for students to be able to see jobs that are open in both internship and full-time capacity. The IBM Academic Initiative is accessed using just the institution-issued email ID. That is the keys to the kingdom to use all these resources that are then available to be used at no charge for historically Black college and university students and faculty to leverage our industry resources. And follow on to that, for historically Black colleges and universities, we have the IBM Skills Academy, which provides faculty training, pre-built and maintained curriculum, hands-on labs, quizzes, use cases, as well as industry certificates and exams. This integrated approach enables faculty and students to be able to leverage the most in-demand skills in the classroom so that they can leave and go out and get the most in-demand job opportunities or lead entrepreneurship in these high-demand areas. Finally, one of the newest programs we announced last year as part of our IBM Awards program called the IBM Masters Fellowship Award. We are very pleased that we had so many representation of diversity individuals from schools across the U.S. participate in the program in its inaugural year. And I look forward to each and every HBCU represented here today taking part in all three of these programs, the IBM Academic Initiative, the IBM Skills Academy, and the IBM's Awards program. As your IBM HBCU strategist, I look forward to each and every student and every faculty member participating and working with me and my team. Thank you.
Thank you. Nearly 19 years ago, the Advancing Minorities' Interest in Engineering, or the AMY organization, and Career Communication Group's U.S. Black Engineer magazine laid the framework for an annual survey of the top supporters of engineering programs in historically Black colleges and universities. The story looks at the support of engineering programs in HBCUs that engage the strength of academic industrial partnerships. AMY's academic partners include the 15 HBCUs that have ABET-accredited engineering schools.
AMY's purpose is to facilitate partnerships between corporations and government agencies and one or more of the HBCU engineering schools. The top supporters of HBCU engineering schools help to continue to build America's pipeline by investing in research and other pipeline development programs on campus. These include scholarships, student internships, co-ops, and full-time job opportunities, as well as exchange programs, student projects, professional development, design competitions, research collaborations, corporate advisors, equipment donation, financial donations, and much more. The names of the top industry supporters are on the screen, beginning with the top 10. Lockheed Martin Corporation, the Boeing Company, Northrop Grumman Corporation, IBM Corporation, Raytheon Company, Boston Scientific Corporation, Microsoft Corporation, Corning Incorporated, General Motors, NetApp Incorporated.
Outstanding. And now here are a list of the top 10 government and nonprofit supporters. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, Air Force Research Laboratory, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Naval Sea Systems Command, the National Science Foundation, U.S. Army, U.S. Department of Transportation, the National Security Agency, U.S. Navy, and the U.S. Department of Defense. We also want to acknowledge the companies on the Publisher's Choice list. Thank you to all of the companies, nonprofits, and organizations for continuing to support and partner with HBCUs in support of the research and innovations that are literally advancing every area of our lives, all of our lives. Immediately following this morning's Dean's Recognition event, there will be a top HBU supporters meeting and photo op in the Amy VIP room in BEYA World 1 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So once again, because we want you there, that's a top HBCU supporters meeting and photo op in the Amy VIP room in BEYA World 1 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. this morning. All righty, moving on. Now, here we go. It's time to come to the presentation of our BEYA Legacy Awards. I love these awards. The Legacy Awards are named for those who have previously received BEYA's highest honors and whose body of work has established a legacy of national achievement, pride, and respect. Our awardees carry this torch. Our first award is the Engineering Dean's Legacy Award, named for the Council of HBCU Engineering Deans. The hosts of this event, their commitment to students of color and culture, and their collective strength span decades of profound historical impact. The presenter of the Engineering Dean's Legacy Award is the Assistant Director of Education and Human Resources for the National Science Foundation, Karen Mongel.
For the past 12 years, until her recent retirement, Claudia Rankins has worked as a program director at the National Science Foundation, diligently and tirelessly ensuring that research capacity and STEM education at HBCUs were fostered and supported. She has been the voice of and an advocate for HBCUs, but moreover for faculty and students from minoritized groups, and has worked on their behalf within the organization as well as interagency-wide. Her colleagues have looked to her for guidance on how to broaden the participation of groups underrepresented in STEM. Her work will live on in the programs she has shaped. I am proud to present Claudia Rankins.
When I grew up in Germany, attending a one-room schoolhouse, I never imagined I would one day earn a PhD in physics from an HBCU in the United States, Hampton University, where I began my career as an instructor and later became department chair and dean. Inspired by my students, I vowed to work on behalf of HBCUs every single day. The people who have brought me to this day are my late husband and my son and his family, the wonderful students I had the privilege to learn from, and my HBCU colleagues. I am honored and grateful to receive this award, and I thank particularly my friends, the HBCU Engineering Deans.
Congratulations. And now for the next group of report outs from our HBC Engineering Deans. Here from North Carolina A&T State University, I love her, Dr. Robin Ann Koger, Dean of the College of Engineering, who is also chair of the Council of Engineering Deans of HBCUs that co-hosts our annual BEYA STEM conference.
The research strengths of North Carolina A&T's College of Engineering span cybersecurity and resilience, healthcare applications, energy and sustainability, complex systems and networks, and autonomous systems. This enables us to partner well with federal agencies and corporations in engineering technical innovations. In the area of autonomy, there are several current projects, one of which is the $8 million NASA-funded air taxi research collaboration led by one of our electrical engineering faculty members. Additionally, Dr. Daniel Limbrick is the PI of a National Science Foundation grant focused on increasing the reliability of autonomous automobiles through chip-level analysis. Through this exciting work, malfunctions in automotive systems can be accurately diagnosed in real time. This work is expected to directly benefit the automotive and defense industries.
It's good stuff. Next up, with his report out from Norfolk State University, is Dr. Michael Keeve, Dean of the College of Science, Engineering, and Technology.
Good morning. The Norfolk State University Clean Room Facility is a 6,000 square foot space designed to meet the ISO Class 100 per 1,000 standard. This clean room facility is a state-of-the-art facility that supports a broad range of nanoscale science, engineering, and technology projects by providing state-of-the-art equipment and resources, coupled with expert staff support and necessary training. Nanowires, nanostructures, and quantum dots are produced by using electron beam lithography, atomic layer deposition, post-laser deposition, and ultrasonication to control material structures and properties. In collaboration with NASA Langley Research Center, smart optics research using multi-purpose materials and sensors is being developed for space and medical applications. Research initiatives in the computer science department and the cybersecurity complex are in machine learning, data mining, big data analytics, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity education, device security, and data privacy. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Reporting on research from Prairie View A&M University, here is Dr. Pamela Obi-Oman, Dean of the College of Engineering.
Perry College of Engineering has 21 research centers and laboratories to support our 1,300 students, including master's and doctoral students, along with 75 faculty members and researchers. Our college specializes in areas of artificial intelligence and machine learning, smart grid, cybersecurity, energy and sustainability, high-pressure combustion and microgravity, and computational biology. For example, in the Center of Excellence in Research and Education for Big Military Data Intelligence, we're developing an efficient, privacy-preserving machine learning on-edge device that extracts knowledge from big IoT data. In the Center of Computational Biology Systems, we are conducting research in medical image analysis of COVID-19 X-ray images and developing personalized gene cancer therapy using a novel mathematical framework to discover therapeutics that block breast cancer and brain metastasis, along with an innovative 3D invasion model. With our new $70 million research building, the college is poised to make a bigger and better impact on local communities and the world.
Thank you so much. All right, now here's your time to shine. I think I know the answer to this one coming up. It's time to test your BEYA knowledge with our next contest question. All you have to do, turn on your phone's camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. The phone should prompt you to open your web browser to the Slido website. As we previously mentioned, our BEYA Legacy Awards are named for previous recipients of the Black Engineer of the Year Award and other top awards. Now, seeing that I've been around since I think the beginning, I should know the answer to this one. Who was BEYA's very first Black Engineer of the Year? Was it Dr. James W. Mitchell, B, Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson, C, Dr. John Slaughter, or D, Captain Donnie Cochran? The answer is coming up.
And I should know that too, Angela. So we'll see how well we've both been paying attention or how good our memories are. So our next award presentation is the Admiral Michelle Howard Legacy Award, named for the 2008 Women of Color in STEM Achievement Award recipient, who is also a CCG Hall of Fame honoree. Admiral Howard, who retired in 2017, concluded her groundbreaking 35-year Navy career marked by firsts, including being the first woman and first Black who became a 4-star admiral and vice chief of naval operations. IBM named her to its board in 2019. An expert in cybersecurity and IT, she has been appointed to President Joe Biden's transition team to the Department of Defense. Now, to present this award is equally amazing CCG Alumni Committee Chair and President, Dr. Gwendolyn Boyd.
A rising star within the polymer science community, Dr. Daryl Boyd is blazing new trails as a researcher, while also emphasizing STEM outreach as a personal endeavor. With all he has accomplished, and with having the same last name, I wish I could claim him as a relative, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Daryl's research efforts in the Optical Sciences Division of the Naval Research Laboratory are revolutionizing the materials use in infrared detection capabilities for the Navy. These materials reduce costs and manufacturing times, and they are more environmentally friendly to produce than infrared materials currently in use. Daryl also volunteers his science knowledge to schools and organizations throughout the country as Dr. Boyd the Chemist via various forums, including his science-focused YouTube channel. I'm proud to present Dr. Daryl A. Boyd.
My childhood curiosities, fostered by the guiding hands of conscientious parents, led me to this achievement. My first mentors in everything from history and geography to religion and science, my mom and dad provided me opportunities to turn my curiosities into experiences and knowledge. Our parents showed me and my siblings as much of the world as they could afford, teaching us love and respect for people, animals, and the environment along the way. It may sound cheesy, but it's true, and I'm blessed to have lived it. I thank them, God, my wife, and daughter for helping me to be the successful scientist I am today.
Not cheesy at all, and congratulations. Wow, that made me stand up a little taller this morning. Thank you. Well, all right, it's time to get the answers you've been looking for. If you chose Dr. John Slaughter, did you, Pamela?
I did.
Okay, good. Me too. If you chose Dr. John Slaughter as BEYA's very first Black Engineer of the Year, you are absolutely right. Dr. Slaughter achieved major advancements in electronics engineering, computer control systems, in naval weapons, science, and research, and was one of only 3 Blacks elected to the prestigious 1,100-member National Academy of Engineering. He was also named Director of the National Science Foundation. Now, for our next award presentation, the Arlington W. Carter Legacy Award is named for BEYA's 1990 Black Engineer of the Year, who spent his entire career at the Boeing Company, where he achieved major milestones in aviation and aerospace. He rose to Vice President and General Manager of Boeing's Missile Systems Division and was actively involved in civic and community building endeavors. Before we meet our presenter from the Boeing Company, we want to acknowledge Boeing for partnering with Amy, working closely with HBCUs and minorities, serving institutions across the United States. The Boeing Company awarded $438,000 in charitable grants to 13 partner HBCUs, awesome, with 58% awarded for STEM. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now please welcome the Vice President and Chief Engineer for Space and Launch at Boeing Defense and Space and Security, Dr. Michelle Parker.
It is my honor to introduce Sydney Hamilton for the 2021 BEYA Arlington W. Carter Legacy Award. Sydney has already made an impressive mark in the aerospace industry in just 6 short years. As a mechanical design engineer on the Boeing satellites team in El Segundo, California, Sydney supports shop floor builds and integrations, as well as the development of satellite reflectors. When she is not building satellites, Sydney has focused on community volunteerism, outreach, and advocacy. Sydney has a unique passion to inspire young girls, especially of color, to be exposed to opportunities in STEM. Sydney is a true inspiration to many, and we at Boeing are very proud of her achievements. Congratulations, Sydney.
Ever since I was a little girl, I have always wanted to fly. I used to stand outside, blanket tight around my neck, arms straight out, and once in the ready position, I would try to take off. Not once did my parents tell me that I couldn't fly, so it makes sense that I became an aerospace engineer. Boeing has given me the opportunity to write my name in the sky, just a little differently than I imagined. Innovation is taking a dream and making it a reality. So together, we can innovate to make dreams come true. I want to thank God, my loving family, friends, and the Boeing Company for giving me the opportunity to continue to the legacy of those that came before me. Because of them, we can.
Congratulations, Sydney. That's outstanding. When she's not building satellites, okay, just like say it like that, she's in the community. Outstanding. Congratulations again. Coming up next are our award winners from General Dynamics Information Technology, Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, Leidos, Raytheon Technologies, AT&T, and Bell Textron. But first up is our award winner from Clemson University. The Dr. Eugene M. Deloach Legacy Award is named for the 2017 Black Engineer of the Year and educator for 50 years. Dean Deloach was the founding dean of the Clarence J. Mitchell School of Engineering at Maryland's Morgan State University and department chair of electrical engineering at Howard University. The first Black to become president of the American Society for Engineering Education, Dr. Deloach has been responsible for literally, and truly, hear me, thousands of men and women of color entering and being successful in STEM fields. We are deeply honored that our distinguished award presenter is the man for whom this award is named. Please welcome Dr. Eugene M. Deloach.
Thank you for that kind introduction. A respected professor and researcher in composite mechanics and structures, Dr. Oliver Myers has spent much of his career ensuring the safety and security of our U.S. Armed Forces. In his current role, Oliver serves as a champion for underrepresented students in STEM disciplines. This was instilled in him by Dr. Freeman Rabowski and the leadership of the Meyerhoff Scholars Program at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. That is his alma mater. Dr. Myers has served on teams that have received over $3 million in grants, including a cooperative agreement with the Army Research Laboratory at Aberdeen, for which he has $900,000 serving as the sole principal investigator. Along with others, Oliver has made a commitment to recruit and mentor African American students from a variety of places, including the Clemson University. Also, the UMBC Meyerhoff Scholars Program and the Penn State Millennium Scholars Program. These students all work in support of his efforts in the research laboratory. He represents Clemson University by leading with passion, enthusiasm, sincerity, humility, and certainly intelligence. I am proud to present Dr. Oliver Myers as this year's Legacy Award recipient. Dr. Myers.
Oh, that a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? As a freshman of retired parents entering the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and the first cohort of the Meyerhoff Scholars, never did I imagine I would work on a variety of engineering platforms from the FA-18 to the V-22 Osprey. Nor could I have imagined serving as a mentor to hundreds of students or working in a capacity to affect change. I am honored to receive the Eugene Deloach Legacy Award and to celebrate the legacy of my families. To God be all the glory.
To God be the glory. Now let's hear from our next three deans with their report outs about research projects taking place on their campuses. First, from Southern University and A&M College, here is Dr. Patrick Carriere, Dean of the College of Sciences and Engineering.
With funding from NSF, Southern University is enhancing its curriculum by developing educational modules on cyber security and additive manufacturing, which will be incorporated into STEM courses. According to Crosby, lead researcher, this project will create the first cybersecurity spine in engineering program at an HBCU while training our students in an area of critical need. Additive manufacturing and cybersecurity content will be delivered using cave and virtual reality technology, which will allow learners to see the changes on digital 3D additive object file caused by cyber attacks, which might not otherwise be detected without monitoring every layer during the printing process. This project will train over 300 students per year.
Thank you. Next up with his report out from Tennessee State University is Dr. S. Keith Hargrove, Dean of the College of Engineering, Technology, and Computer Science.
One research project in the Tennessee State University College of Engineering is funded by the Department of Navy and pertains to the design of microsensors for the detection of corrosion in aircraft and ships. Corrosion on ships, aircrafts, and other vehicles is a long-standing issue for the U.S. Navy. Such corrosion can cause structural damage and can result in annual maintenance costs in the billions of dollars. Many of the current techniques for monitoring corrosion require large equipment or complex setups. The goal of this research at TSU is to develop microsensors that can provide for an enhanced detection mechanism for corrosion. This has been achieved by synthesizing and optimizing PVDF nanocomposite materials to provide for novel material properties and then integrating these materials on fabricated acoustic wave sensors. In addition to enhancing the research capabilities at TSU in the area of advanced materials, this project has provided for education and training for underrepresented groups for scientists and engineers at the undergraduate and graduate level in order to produce a broader workforce for the Navy. The principal investigators for this project are Dr. Francis Williams and Dr. Richard Mew.
Fantastic, thank you. Now here from Tuskegee University is Dr. Benjamin Oney, Acting Dean of the College of Engineering.
Our impactful research project will use ultra-high frequency actuators to develop and characterize a novel fuel injection technology to enhance and control mixing of fluid fuel in fast-moving air in hypersonic air vehicle systems. The innovative concept for the proposed injection system is in its ability to pulse the central air jet at very high frequencies, 20,000 to 30,000 pulses per second. The proposed scheme consists of two coaxial nozzles, a central nozzle surrounded by an annular one through which air and fluid are injected simultaneously. It is anticipated that the fuel and the high-frequency pulse air will be mixed more effectively in this manner. The project PI is Dr. John Solomon, and co-PIs are Dr. C. Nayak, M. Madoye from Tuskegee University, and P. Kreft from UTSI.
Thank you so much. Our next honor is the Dr. John Slaughter Legacy Award, named for BEYA's very first Black Engineer of the Year award recipient in 1987. Dr. Slaughter was responsible for contributing major advancements at General Dynamics in electronics engineering, computer control systems in naval weapons, science, and research. Our award presenter is Vice President of Information Technology and Supply Chain and Chief Information Officer of General Dynamics Information Technology, Christy Grinnell.
Oli Burton is a transformational leader for GDIT in the community, continually looking for ways to enhance business operations and provide opportunities for others to succeed. His innovative approach to IT service management, designed with our people and processes in mind, streamlined our internal capabilities, resulting in a significant cost reduction for the business and an enhanced experience for our employees. With deep knowledge of information systems and a passion for helping others reach their full potential, Oli graciously offers his time to share his experience with his team and leads with patience and kindness. I'm proud to present Oli Burton.
My dad was a career Air Force man who retired after 30 years of honorable service. I was determined to follow in his footsteps with a lengthy military career. However, I had an unexpected setback and was medically retired after only 9 years in. I felt so defeated, but my parents taught me that when one door closes, another one opens. Taking that lesson to heart, I opened the second door, which led me to an awesome career in information technology. I share with you that though life might not go as we initially planned, be ready to open another door to a whole new world. Thank you.
I love that. Congratulations, and that's so true. One door closes, another one opens. Our next sponsor speaker is Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of Boston Scientific Corporation. Here is Daniel Brennan.
It's an honor to join you today on behalf of the more than 36,000 Boston Scientific team members worldwide to celebrate the remarkable achievements of tomorrow's HBCU STEM innovation. I'm proud that Boston Scientific has been a strategic partner with the HBCU Deans of Engineering since 2014. And we look forward to continuing our support of HBCU internships, research and advisory board partnerships, sponsorship of BEYA, and the advancement of minority interests in engineering. This year's theme for the Engineering Dean's Power Breakfast, Stepping Up to Make History, is a powerful statement and a call to action for each and every one of us. At Boston Scientific, we're in the business of advancing science for life, for people of every background, color, and creed. Our ability to innovate and transform the lives of patients around the world depends on diverse talent and perspectives. Diversity is not just the right thing to do, it's a business imperative. Over the last year, the global pandemic, polarizing political environment, racial reckoning, and economic uncertainties have cast a harsh spotlight on the depth of the inequities that exist in our workplaces, our communities, and in our systems of healthcare. I'm proud that at Boston Scientific, we're taking action to drive positive change, including deepening our diversity programs with initiatives aimed at eliminating bias, racism, and discrimination in our workplace, and creating clear pathways to leadership for women, multicultural, Black, and Hispanic talent. Expanding efforts to address and combat health inequities through Close the Gap, which provides community education, healthcare professional education, and serves as an advocate for increased representation of women and people of color in clinical trials. And committing $2.5 million over a 2.5-year period to support a multifaceted, long-term strategy to combat systemic racism, inequity, and injustice in our workplace and in the communities where we live and work. And we're also contributing to drive diversity, equity, and inclusion as participants of the CEO Action Fellowship for Racial Equity Initiative. We're making progress as a company, but we still have a lot of work to do. We'll continue to lean on each other and our collaboration with HBCU to raise the bar. Together, we can create an inclusive culture where diversity, equity, and inclusion thrive, and students have a better future. We salute today's award winners and the HBCU campuses that provide a continuous pipeline of STEM innovators. Through them, there is hope. As they step up to make history, they will create new milestones and inspire generations who are following in their footsteps. And now I have the pleasure of presenting the next award. The Dr. Sandra K. Johnson Legacy Award is named for one of the top 100 Blacks in technology from 2007 to 2010. A hidden figure, she was the former Chief Technology Officer for IBM Central East and West Africa. Dr. Johnson is a member of the IBM Academy of Technology, consisting of the top 1% of IBM's over 250,000 technical professionals. Let's meet our award recipient. Dr. Makita R. Phillips' unique background in mechanical engineering serves as a crucial bridge between thermal and structural systems in the structural analysis team. At Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, she tackles modeling and simulation challenges in a wide range of areas, including high-temperature composites, thermal management, and multi-physics analysis. Dr. Phillips uses her engineering experiences to advocate for various areas important to national security and the APL vision. I am proud to present Dr. Makita R. Phillips.
Before I knew the world of engineering, my earliest memories involve my mom, the math whiz, and my dad, the original Mr. Fix-It. They weren't formally trained beyond high school, yet their natural gifts helped fuel my knack for numbers and deconstructing gadgets to understand how they work. My talent was recognized at an early age by a middle school teacher who suggested I look into mechanical engineering. I looked in and I never looked back. I fell in love with how it shaped the world, but also how it could impact my community. Of all the times I wanted to quit, I'm thankful my family was there to remind me of that love and my commitment to improve society. I want to thank God, my family, my circle, APL, and BEYA for this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Phillips. The Dr. Wanda M. Austin Legacy Award is named for the 2009 Black Engineer of the Year, who was the former president and CEO of the Aerospace Corporation. She has been internationally recognized for her work in systems engineering, systems simulation, and satellite and payload system acquisition, and served on the Defense Science Board and President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. Here to present the award is the Deputy Chief Engineer of the Airborne Sensors and Analytics Division, Defense Group at Leidos, Micah J. Morgan.
Crystal Porter began her professional journey as an enlisted soldier in 2004 and later commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Army. During her service, Crystal mastered effective communication and collaboration skills that would be a differentiator in her future pursuits. In 2009, Crystal began her journey with Leidos as a systems administrator. She quickly demonstrated exceptional leadership and technical skills, and as a result was promoted multiple times to her current role as lead engineer for a large aircraft platform. She is a model for her colleagues at Leidos, as well as a leading mentor in her hometown of Chicago, working to equip and encourage young adults to enter STEM careers.
I am from the west side of Chicago, and according to my community statistics, I likely should be dead, in jail, a high school dropout, and have 3 to 4 kids. Mom said differently. She said, "Girl, you can do anything." And my grandfather had me recite the poem, "I Am Somebody," every week in church. In high school, I met Reginald Hetz Adams, Director of Community Affairs at Rush Hospital, and participated in STEM programs. Hetz encouraged me to be mentored, have a CME internship, and enroll in ROTC. After graduating college, I was commissioned in the U.S. Army Reserves and fully integrated into a STEM profession. I am here today because of everyone who supported me. I thank God, my Leidos family, and I thank you.
Congratulations, Crystal. Oh, I am so thankful that your mom gave you that can-do spirit and your grandpa made you recite that poem. That is so outstanding. And Angela, I just have to go back to Dr. Phillips just a moment ago, who we presented to. Did you hear her say a teacher told her about mechanical engineering and she never looked back? So I want to give a shout out to our teachers. Yes, to our teachers.
Exactly. Yes.
And
Makes all the difference.
Just like we asked you to call a child, text them, email, reach out to a teacher, an educator, someone who is involved in working with children, and tell them about the BEYA program to get online. We want to empower our teachers with these resources. We have an opportunity to continue to touch the world. So God bless our teachers.
It's good stuff.
All right, moving on. I'm so excited. I'm fired up. So Raytheon Technologies is standing up, stepping out, and making the change with its scholarship program, established with a donation from Raytheon Technologies Corporation through the Executive Leadership Council. It provides scholarship awards to high-achieving HBCU students who demonstrate academic excellence, leadership, a commitment to innovation, and are pursuing a degree in business management, STEM, or a related field at Howard University, North Carolina A&T University, Prairie View A&T University, or Tuskegee University. 8 scholarship awardees will each receive a one-time $10,000 award, hallelujah,
yes,
to assist with educational expenses for the 2021-22 academic year. Scholars will also participate in the Executive Leadership Council Honor Symposium that introduces them to a wide range of business-related careers and industries to increase the number of future Black business leaders. Outstanding. This goal is to help fill the pipeline of Black corporate executives from the classroom to the boardroom. Now here from Collins Aerospace, a Raytheon Technologies company, is Vice President of Engineering, Mauro Atala.
Each day, I have the distinct honor of leading over 15,000 talented innovators as the Senior Vice President of Engineering and Technology at Collins Aerospace, a business unit of Raytheon Technologies. It is my absolute pleasure to be here today representing our company as a sponsor of the 2021 Black Engineer of the Year Awards HBCU Dean's Breakfast. Stand up, step up, make the change. This year's BEYA conference tagline is more than a tagline. It represents a call to action and a call to make an impact. At Raytheon Technologies, we're committed to doing our very best each day to do just that. Standing up, stepping up, and delivering the world's most innovative products and solutions to drive our industry and the world forward. As a team of 60,000 diverse, creative, and motivated engineering minds, we're dedicated to breaking barriers and achieving new levels of innovation. Championing a diverse, equitable, and inclusive workplace where all of our employees have access to reach their full potential is fundamental to our success. No matter how transformative our technologies are today, our company's future success depends on our ability to engage, to retain, and to develop the best and brightest minds. We are committed to fostering a culture where collaboration thrives, innovation is ignited, and everyone is empowered to bring their best ideas to the table. But that commitment stretches far and wide beyond the walls of Raytheon Technologies and reaches deep into the global communities in which we live, work, and serve. We believe that the future of aerospace and defense begins with inspiring the next generation of purpose-driven leaders and thinkers. By investing our time and talents into programming, such as the Raytheon Technologies Executive Leadership Council Scholarship Program, focus on HBCU talent, or introduce a Girl to Engineering Day, or our engagements at Collins with HBCU schools such as NC-A&T, we're cultivating STEM skills, diversity, and leadership, and inspiring innovators at every age to join us in engineering the solutions of tomorrow. We are inspired by change agents like each of you at this event today, who are our partners in this important work. Working together, we'll redefine what's possible, building better communities in a better, safer, and more connected world. Today, I'm proud to recognize a Raytheon Technologies leader who embodies what's truly possible when you stand up, step up, and make the change. It is my pleasure to present the recipient of the 2021 John D. Harris Legacy Award. The John D. Harris Legacy Award is named after the 2010 Black Engineer of the Year, who is a former Vice President of Business Development for the Raytheon Company and Chief Executive Officer of Raytheon International. Harris was responsible for Raytheon's worldwide sales and marketing, international business, government relations, and business strategy. This year's recipient of the John D. Harris Legacy Award goes to Raytheon Technologies Engineering Fellow Keith Burrell. Keith has spent over 30 years in the aerospace and defense industry. He is recognized as a Raytheon Intelligence and Space leading authority in electronic packaging for space applications. He has demonstrated a lifelong innate ability to design and build hardware, an ability enhanced by his dedication, leading him to become a stellar mechanical engineer. His work directly involves the development of leading-edge technologies to protect the nation against emerging threats. He has represented the Raytheon Technologies values through his innovation, effective leadership, and by participating in community outreach and strong mentorships. I am very proud to present the John D. Harris Legacy Award to Keith Burrell.
Thank you. Ever since I can remember, I always had a curiosity about how things were put together and how they worked. I started tinkering as a little boy, taking my toys apart and putting them back together again in an attempt to make them better. I was the youngest of 3 children, and because I was the baby in the family, everyone left me alone to tinker away. I had never met or even spoken to an engineer before, or anyone in the tech industry for that matter. But before I even knew what engineering was, I had started down that path. Thank you all for recognizing my destiny that has brought me to this point in my career and this prestigious award. Thanks.
Congratulations. Now let's meet our last group of deans reporting on the research projects taking place on their campuses. Here from the University of the District of Columbia is Dr. Devdas Shetty, Dean of the School of Engineering and Applied Sciences, who will also be receiving a special award at this evening's BEYA Awards ceremony.
Good morning from UDC. UDC School of Engineering and Applied Sciences has attracted more than $30 million in research this year for advanced manufacturing, smart grids, rehabilitation engineering, space-related technologies. At the same time, our industry involvement is growing. Working with the companies like Oak Ridge National Lab, Kansas City Nuclear Plant, we are trying to improve the surface quality of manufactured parts, like done by additive manufacturing. Working with a defense company like Y12, UDC team is developing nanoscale chemical sensors for radiation environment sensing. Working with companies in Pennsylvania like Advanced Cooling Technologies, we are developing efficient cooling systems for satellite. The support from National Institute of Health has helped us address the goal of reducing fall-related injuries, especially in growing aging population. Our computer science professors are using artificial intelligence to understand why the nation's Black community is experiencing higher COVID deaths than other groups. And new tools are developed to predict the scope of the impact of the patients who are discharged. At the same time, overall, this industry partnership has helped grow our new PhD program. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore is Dr. Derek Dunn, Interim Dean of the School of Business and Technology.
Experiential learning and research activities in autonomous instruments, robotic sensory platforms to advance creative and engaged students has been ongoing at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore campus for the past several years, with support from the Maryland Space Grant Consortium. A research team led by engineering faculty member Dr. Nachowdry initiated lab-based education and research activities involving manufacturing, automation, and mobile robots. These efforts have been integrated with ongoing activities involving remote sensing using small unmanned aerial systems and the development of aquatic robot and ground robot platforms for water quality monitoring and field data collection, largely related to environmentally friendly smart farming endeavors. Students have engaged in research in developing and prototyping innovative mechatronics and embedded systems with exciting applications for smart farming and agriculture.
Thank you. Now from Virginia State University, let's meet Dr. Dawit Haile, Dean of the School of Engineering, Science, and Technology.
Good morning. Adopting the recent technology of blockchain and 5G communication network, faculty researchers at Virginia State University are designing a reliable and trustworthy asset tracking architecture capable of transmitting sensor data with low latency, seamless coverage, and real-time monitoring at high data rate. The goal of this research is to improve the efficiency, accuracy, security, and safety of material and supply handling, management, storage, and distribution. Mixed reality blends the cyber and physical world and allows the digital content to interact with the real world in 3D. This enables safe and reliable robots working in the same workplace alongside with humans. In hazardous manufacturing environment, human operators are not allowed to enter, but human involvement is often still desired. A research team at Virginia State University is working on developing a human action recognition system for monitoring complex work environments that include human or manual components, machinery, and automation. This technology system would enable safe and efficient human-robot collaboration. Thank you.
Thank you. The Rodney Atkins Legacy Award is named for BEYA's 2007 Black Engineer of the Year, whose over 30-year career at IBM was highlighted by leading transformative global teams, managing multi-billion-dollar business units, and delivering product innovations and enterprise solutions. Before we meet the presenter of this award, I just want to say how encouraging it is to share what companies are doing to support HBCUs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness, can't say that enough. Keep doing what you're doing and we praise you. Thank you. By collaborating with HBCUs and other organizations like Next, QBED, and Year Up, AT&T is able to help eliminate racial bias found in today's technologies, increase education, skills building, and career readiness opportunities in Black and other underserved communities. Now hear from AT&T to present the recipient of the Rodney Atkins Legacy Award. Please welcome back the CEO of AT&T Business, Ann Chow.
David is an accomplished leader with 20 years of contributions that are both strategic in nature and significant in scale. 2020 presented tremendous challenges across the business landscape. As a result of his tremendous passion and focus, David met one of these unique challenges with an innovative solution which is now being utilized by more than 20,000 employees every single day. In addition, David has doubled the production of his automation team, which has been actively deploying new capabilities on a weekly basis. I am proud to present David C. Williams.
You are one of one. There will never be anyone like you. And as the world moves faster, the sound bites get shorter, the less we pay attention, the more we categorize, which is a slippery slope to stereotyping and next-door neighbors to prejudging each other. Remember, you are one of one. You are not supposed to act just like, talk just like, walk just like anyone. Everyone may not fully appreciate your math or formula, even if they ultimately benefit from the result. The math was meant for you. My math, simple. I bring my best self, you bring your best self, and let's do something exponential together. Because I believe that 1 and 1 is 11. And 4 divided by 2 minus 1 equals 1, which means you really cannot lose if you've already won, said my mother, Alice Williams. Thank you, God.
We like that math. Okay?
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can you
one
run that
one
again?
is 11, okay?
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm talking about,
good
okay?
math.
That's some good math.
That's a good
So remember that. Outstanding, brother. All righty, congratulations. And I am so delighted to present and introduce the presenter of the next award because Stephanie C. Hill is so amazing and such a dear friend. The Stephanie C. Hill Legacy Award is named for the 2014 Black Engineer of the Year, who is Lockheed Martin's Senior Vice President of Enterprise Business Transformation. Stephanie is responsible for developing and implementing solutions that transform operations through technology, culture, and enhanced processes. And she also happens to be just an amazing human being. Here to present the award is the Executive Vice President of Innovation and Commercial Business for Bell Textron, Michael Thacker.
Some people are lucky enough to find a career they enjoy. Even fewer find a true calling. But that's what Wilma Davis has done every day as an engineer. On top of leading a team to develop an engineering simulator for one of Bell's most challenging programs, she lives her passions for the discipline by sharing her extensive knowledge and mentoring the next generation of STEM minds through multiple youth programs. It is with great pride that I present this year's Stephanie C. Hill Legacy Award winner, Wilma Davis, a service-driven leader and a brilliant engineer.
Thank you, Michael. As an only child of two educators, both earning undergraduate degrees from an HBCU, and both later earning graduate degrees, my parents always stressed the importance of education. I knew that I would someday earn a college degree without exception. That importance of education is a standard that I now live by. Since choosing a STEM career in college, educating others in STEM is my passion. And I am honored to accept the Stephanie C. Hill Legacy Award, recognizing the promotion of STEM education. I thank my parents for instilling in me the value of education and sharing it with others. Thank you, BEYA.
Thank you, Wilma, for all you do, and we're so glad that you're passionate about working with students and instilling STEM education. Looks like we're about at the end, Angela.
Oh my goodness, wow, it went so fast.
It did. We want to congratulate all of our awardees, and again, just make sure that this moment lives on. You reach out to students, you reach out to teachers. And also, I'm so thankful to have been a part of this with my amazing co-host, Angela. Been such a joy to be here with you, my sister.
This is your first, and I hope it's not your last, because you are my favorite. This has been such a joy,
so sweet.
and I love working with you, and you're just doing an outstanding job.
Thank you.
Getting our day started off right.
I know.
The only thing that would make it a little bit better, if they run that Christopher Williams clip one more time.
I want to see a little more of that, okay?
I need that math lesson. One more. What did he say?
Just a few more equations.
Will work. So. Not too bad on the eyes.
I know, exactly.
I'm just saying.
Absolutely. And to our HBCU engineering deans, is this exciting?
It's
to
so
see the truly living up to this, our theme this morning, stepping up to make history.
Absolutely.
And can I just say this lastly? I know this is BEYA and not women of color, but can I do a shout out to our 3 female engineering deans?
Yes.
Dean Shirazi, Dean Koger, and Dean Obion.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Huge shout out.
Thank you to all of our HBCU engineering deans for all you're doing to make such a difference, not just for our students, but really changing the world. So thank you again.
Thank you again. And a huge thanks to our sponsors. Oh my goodness, we so appreciate you. Thank you for all of your support. And to all of you who are here with us on this digital journey. It's a little different, but it's very, very good. I'm so happy to see all the faces, hearing all the inspiring stories. Continue having a stimulating day, but remember, it is not over. Remember to join us tonight for an awesome entertainment. It's going to be the Stimulating Lounge as we celebrate BEYA's 35th anniversary bash. Before we even get to that, I'm going to be hosting the gala, the dinner, and that's going to be with Dr. Kendall Harris. So you know we're going to have fun. So, and we're going to be honoring everybody. It's going to be a ball. Make sure you're there. And you know we've been kicking it off each morning with Mark C. and Wake Up with BEYA. And tonight, oh, we're going to continue to celebrate. Starting with from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., it is my radio brother. He does afternoons on WHUR in Washington, D.C. Howard University Radio, #1 in the market, I have to say. DJ Frank Ski, that's my buddy right there. Yes, Frank Ski. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm so proud of Frank, just got syndicated, so not only is he doing afternoons in Washington, D.C., but Frank and Nina are doing a morning show in Atlanta. Yes. Talk about the fly jock. We have a whole new fly jock. And from 10 p.m. to 10:30, DJ Smooth is doing his thing.
Oh, and he does it.
He does it. He's been doing it, and he is not about to stop. From 10:30 to 11:30, the Quiet Storm Band. You know, I didn't even know there was a Quiet Storm Band, but you don't want to miss them because they are amazing. From 11:30 p.m. to midnight, we're going to keep it going with my buddy, oh my gosh, sultry saxophone. In fact, Gerald Albright and Will Downing are performing with me on my single, Pillow Talk. I mean, not that that's their claim to fame, but maybe it's mine. Can't wait to hear Gerald Albright tonight. He is just amazing. Funky, smooth, all of that. From midnight to 12:30, the voice, the beautiful voice of Paris Lane. Oh my goodness, they've got something for everybody. And it's not over because from 12:30 to 1:30, the Full House Band, you were going to get your party on tonight.
I know that.
And if you're not finished by 1:30, you don't have to go to sleep because from 1:30 to 2 o'clock, who's back? DJ Smooth. You already know. And it is all for you. We're going to be celebrating, of course, the Black Engineer of the Year Awards. Tonight, the Black Engineer of the Year will be celebrated at the gala. Make sure you are there. Have an amazing day. Get some rest. You got to pace yourself because, as you just heard, there is a lot going on. So for my co-host, myself, everyone at BEYA, thank you so much for watching. Tell all your friends they can watch it on YouTube. Watch it over and over again. Make sure that you are always a part of the BEYA experience. We'll see you tonight.